of the visual, because playing this game on 30 frames per second doesn't feel that great at all.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the Earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Okay, let's move on. Interesting story there. Move on. So I've learned a little bit more about this game since it's based on more on the Norse and oh, there's another face. That is just freaky, man. It's scary.
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Apart from the freaky looking face. Nonetheless, it does look good. Right. Whoa! Oh, you.
Too slow. Too many.
It's nearly over.
Finish it.
Stop them.
Anyone else? Who wants more? I don't like being cocky, but screw that shit. Alright, and why?
I can still smell it. A sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Puzzle time.
Focus. You can hear them.
not there. Okay, finding the way.
Focus. Now.
Oh, it's that one. Sorry.
The path to Helheim is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
Can I open it now then?
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of? I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
They've surrounded me. It's not strong enough. Finish this. End it now. She finished.
Come on, come on. Ha! I win.
When you see a fire gate of soot, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to soot.
Where is that then? Fire, fire. Man, this place is smoking. Oh, the fire. Okay. That looks scary.
Hell will not give you the answer. answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Jeez, the music is really, really freaking me out.
Fire's disappeared. It was the fire. Cert is through there. He's waiting for her. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll
I'll
need
get-
to find another way.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Cert, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
That's a very good idea than this Mispel. Silly idiots.
Another gate.
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
This place looks freaky now.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Find a path that does not make you go on fire. So alright, have to jump down from there. This way is gonna be locked off, I guess. Let's find out. Hopefully it's it's gonna be blocked off. Jump off from here.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt.
I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes.
But they just screamed like helpless pigs.
The heart right here, jump down there, then do not panic. That sound is really freaky. Whoa!
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
Well, that's because you're praying the wrong gods. Oh no, not another one. Seriously. more stories.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
This place is not nice. Huh, interesting. Right off. Where it exits. Rock. Seriously, another door. Oh,
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
where is it? Huh, interestingly. Where the R is again? Oh, that's quite big. But at least the door opens. Here we go again. You're freaking serious, aren't you? Listen. You're serious! Whoa! No! No!
let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears.
Raise your world to the pride!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
What I see is the world is just burned to pieces. Let's get keep moving.
The Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say, the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes, not a thing in this world will be safe. The rainbow bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds. Senua, I have seen the fire of Surt spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
Is Thor around? Oh, great. 3 sticks.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Oh, there it is. Wait. Where? Ah, there it is. In this game, you gotta use your imagination. You find the puzzles. Wish you could slide down, but she can't. Because the actress doesn't know how to slide down. Plus, it's made out of wood, so you don't want to get splinters on your fingers. Letter T. Where? Oh, there it is. Ah, there it is. No more surprises, Grace. No fighting.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you.
Yeah, by doing suicide in the last bit.
Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run! Through the
Oh no, fighting! Oh
Don't. She's dying.
It's him.
no! Don't tell me that's game over. Okay, it's not.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Surt.
Oh,
His mark, and I will choose you from now and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight now.
This guy ain't so difficult. Huh.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
What kind of an animal is that in his head?
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest, your truth.
What the hell? Alright, let's go.
Druth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world.
One big disadvantage of this game is that oh, you have to backtrack. Oh, but you can't. Okay, I thought you had to backtrack the whole thing. Okay. There's a path behind it, which is a good thing.
Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
Backtrack.
Have you ever died before?
Not yet.
It's a serious question.
No, I'm not dead yet.
When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again.
Hang on a second, the face disappeared.
Senua has died before. And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
I haven't died yet. I'm not going to.
With the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open
no,
the gate.
don't. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't.
She's done it.
Whoa.
It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness.
Only the dead may cross.
Only the dead may cross into
The
hell.
dead may cross.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Damien!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within.
Ew.
You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
Yeah, you already said that to me twice.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering, worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To seek the Holy Grail. No trap, is it?
Stop them!
The gods made you a warrior boy. Why some of the past? It's when there is a new road ahead. The only one that makes any sense. Jazz!
She will die! Too slow. Do it. You're close.
That wasn't so bad.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
That's just unfair. What the hell is that?
She's hurt. She's injured. End it! End it now! Near the end. It's finished!
Whoa! That's just.
Anticipate. They've come for you! Take him down! Take him down now!
Are we done? Moving on.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
That's freaky. Nope, I can't open it. I know. Is it the shadows? Huh. There. Oh, there it is.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Pretty much it's all about perspective and angle. That's the game of the puzzle. It can be, it's interesting that you see that's a puzzle, but it doesn't make sense in a way. Because this is all just her hallucination and her psycho problem. And when you think about it, all these doors are actually unlocked. Those stuff that you imagine, those rocks and the door that was, locked, exists. It's just mere effect of imagination. Let's go to another fight.
The gate is opening.
Who is it? It's coming.
That song again.
Is it? Is it? Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
What the?
I'm sorry.
That's creepy.
I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this.
She doesn't exist. She doesn't
Pick up
exist.
the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Oh, you broke my sword. How could you?
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before.
Ouch.
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
What the hell?
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
What the hell?
Everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. There.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Daddy. It's not
Like this.
It's not real.
Gee, that scar on her head.
It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No. It's not. It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He knows. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. We told you. Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbal made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
Wow.
There's the truth.
There he was,
Where is
the lone figure of a boy.
he? He's there, under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree. She rebellious the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted.
He's there.
For the first time in years, she felt
You can see him.
a ray of hope.
Right, I'm almost. My time is almost up. Let's hope I can get both of this. Listen to the story.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Sigurd, wants it, but Sigmund refuses it, so King Sigurd plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast. When they arrive, they are met with harmony, not a warm welcome. King Sigurd captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Let's go get the other story.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Well, I couldn't guess at all. Maybe they eat him. Let's go find out the next one. My question is, how am I gonna fight if I got no sword?
As as the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Right. Once we reach the next ruin, that'll be the end of the day. Not that I want to, but I had to. So far, this two chapters has been quite good.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with the sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfiotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. Luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
This story just started to get freakier. Makes me wonder though, whatever happened
It's a trick. It's an illusion.
to all the lost Vikings?
You want to believe it's
Right, that's right.
You're deluded. Where are you
Ooh.
going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I'm not. I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learned all of that from watching me. You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your swords.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up!
Senua.
Dillion? Is that you?
No, it's not. It's King Arthur.
I'll find you, Will. I promise.
I think it's time to get back. So, we continue continuing on the next part of this game. Maybe by tomorrow.
You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he not? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Lydia? Nothing lives
Bye-bye.
here.